This week, President Obama observed Veterans Day by bestowing the Medal of Honor to an Army captain severely wounded in Afghanistan while saving the lives of fellow soldiers. We wondered who actually makes this country's highest military honor, as well as other top military awards. And Mark Albert went to find out.
Just 13 miles from where America declared its independence, Chris McDaniels works to recognize those who serve, fight, and bleed to guarantee it will endure. McDaniels is one of 2 full-time engravers in the Veteran Medals Unit. With diamond-tip precision, McDaniels chisels names synonymous with honor, grit, and daring onto symbols of sacrifice, the medals that adorn the chests of the courageous.
You just get a glimpse into a life of a soldier.
With each name?
With each name.
Does it ever give you pause?
Sometimes, because I put myself in their position. Would I have been brave enough to do what they did?
On this day, McDaniels is etching names onto Purple Hearts, an award created by George Washington that now bears the first president's likeness and honors those wounded in battle. More than 2 centuries later, the names keep coming. A line of purple, seemingly without end.
Unfortunately, there's never been a shortage of names.
Never a shortage.
Never a shortage of names.
If bravery is hung on the battlefield, these are the patriots who later mounted so that all may bear witness. The medals they craft immortalize the ephemeral and validate the valor. The unit of 8 people engraves, assembles, and ships medals of honor for all branches, along with 130 medals for the Army, 20 of which they engrave. McDaniels has been here 28 years.
I've engraved the medals of Jeffrey Zahn when he was shot down. President Clinton presented medals to soldiers that were entitled in World War II and not presented, and I did all of those medals, and he presented them on TV.
A decade and a half later,
on his very worst day, he managed to summon his very best.
Another president honored a legend from another war, America's longest. On Thursday, former U.S. Army Captain Florent Groberg became just the 13th recipient of the Medal of Honor, the nation's highest, for service in Afghanistan. He tackled a suicide bomber, saving many lives. The 5-pointed star weighs only 2¼ ounces, but its true weight is often immeasurable for the soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, or Coast Guardsman who earned it.
I'm honored. I'm overwhelmed.
2 American companies mold the Medals of Honor, one in Rhode Island and one in Texas. Captain Groberg's newly minted medal was then shipped to the Navy base in Philadelphia to be engraved and kept locked in this safe. Only 2 people know the combination, one of whom is Rob Henry Jr., who supervises the medals unit.
Everlasting.
You'll be gone, and
I'll
they'll
be
still
gone.
have those medals.
They'll still have their medals.
For their service to our country.
Earlier this month, Fulton County, Ohio, presented 152 engraved bronze stars to World War II veterans and their families.
John Grimm.
Only 7 of those veterans are still alive. They won the war all right, but vets like these who were never told they earned the medals or who later lost them are still in a battle with time and a backlog. Veterans are now waiting more than 4 months for their medals. Delays are up sharply from last year after 2 assemblers left the team. They have not yet been replaced. At the same time, the number of cases processed has fallen steadily, coinciding with the staffing shortage and the drawdown of U.S. forces in Iraq and Afghanistan.
We're not as fast as we need to be, but we try to be on time.
Dennis Vai is the 4-star general in charge of the Veteran Medals program and all Army logistics worldwide.
Is it a priority to reduce that backlog?
Absolutely. I've had the privilege of attending a Medal of Honor ceremony at the White House and being able to see the descendants and their family members, the expression and the care that they have when they hold that medal. And so it means a lot. It means more than we can express. And so we want to ensure that we're doing everything we can to get it to them as quickly as we can. Thanks so very much. Proud to meet you.
This was the general's first visit to the unit whose work will long outlast his own.
And that's the finished product.
These aren't just pieces of metal.
No, they represent lives. They represent individuals. And they represent families.
It seems few people in the Army would have more of a lasting impact than the 8 folks here at this team.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly. This is very, very fundamental, I think, to the legacy of the United States Army.
For Chris McDaniels, who did not serve in uniform, it's that legacy, along with that of his veteran father, he thinks about as he engraves each letter, carving the names of the brave into the bronze.
Would your father be proud of what you do today?
Definitely. Definitely.
He served in one way, you're serving in another.
Yes. Yes. I guess it's sort of a family thing.
For CBS This Morning Saturday, Mark Albert, Philadelphia.
There's just so much symbolism there, but it's interesting. Even the most recent recipient, Captain Groberg, who you saw in the beginning of that story, he said that getting it was so hard because it's almost like an award for the worst day of your life.
Yeah, right. I mean, they do very important work down there in Philadelphia, you know, and they say it's an honor to create this honor for the veterans.